Good evening and aloha. Irene, Ken, Jennifer, and Ohana. Got to know you folks even more and more after becoming mayor. And prior to becoming mayor, Dan Inouye was just an icon. And I got to talk story with him and share with him some of the great things for Kauai. I'm very happy to be here with all of you, recognizing our dear senator. And yes, Derek, I had another word that he used for me. It wasn't fat. It was husky. So, whatever, it all means the same thing, you know what I mean? Bernard, you're a little bit husky there, boy. So, okay, Senator. That's a true story, you guys. But anyway, mahalo to each of you for being here today to celebrate an extraordinary life. And also to the Senator's Chief of Staff again and all of our friends, family and friends, welcome. All great friends to Kauai and all part of Ohana. We're here to pay tribute to a man who made the extraordinary seem ordinary. What do you say about a man who is one of the most powerful men in the most powerful country on earth? What do you say about a man who has been eulogized by presidents and former presidents, world leaders, and the highest ranking members of Congress? What do you say about a man who will be remembered as one of the greatest Americans who ever lived? We all know of these things. We all know of these things about Senator Inouye, and yet, to us, he was something more. He was our friend. He was our mentor. He was someone that we knew truly cared about us. He was the son of Kauai, with relatives living here still, and some with us here today, like Auntie Gladys. His grandparents immigrated here to Kauai, and his father was born in Wahiawa Camp at the McBride Sugar Plantation. The senator always talked about genuine affection about his childhood experiences right here on Kauai. We all know what Kauai meant to him and what he meant to Kauai and Niha. He was also an advocate and champion for the residents of Niha, who held a very special place in his heart. I came to know the senator over the past 4 years, as I said earlier. Although small, Auntie Gladys, although small in physical stature, Senator Inouye was a giant of a man, in my way of explaining it. He was one of the few people on this earth who actually made me feel small. As I was standing next to him, and that's no small feat, that's true, folks. Yes, he was a giant of a man in so many ways. He embodied true patriotism. The sacrifices he made for our country, for our freedom, are well documented. His wartime experiences, which may have left others bitter and broken, awoke a spirit of duty and loyalty that guided his actions throughout the rest of his life. He was a man of courage, whether it was enduring childhood poverty, facing death on a battlefield, bridging racial and cultural boundaries, or defending the integrity of our Constitution. He exhibited courage rarely seen in the world today. His leadership was unquestioned through a lifetime of extraordinary accomplishments, a track record of integrity, and the value he placed on personal accountability. It was easy to trust his judgment and follow his lead. He once told me to look at all sides of an issue. Listen to as many views as you can, but when you make a decision, stick by it. That's the kind of leader he was. All great leaders are gifted with vision. For the senator, that vision from day one was that Hawaii would become strong and would be as a great contributor to our nation's safety and security and prosperity as any other state. In realizing his vision, he made sure that the people of Hawaii would be afforded every opportunity offered any other citizen in our nation. Senator was a giant of a man, but he lived his life with such humility. It didn't matter if you were the President of the United States, a kupuna from Kekaha, an elementary school student, kama'aina, or malahini. The senator met you where you were. He talked to you with the same honor and dignity and kindness, no matter what the setting, no matter what the topic, no matter what your place of stature in life. You knew that you mattered to him. The word kahiao, the Hawaiian word kahiao, to give generously from the heart and not with expectations in return. That was our senator. And of course, finally, there's aloha, the word with so many meanings, the word that can be terribly misunderstood by those who haven't personally experienced it. Senator Inouye embodied aloha every day of his life. He has so many accomplishments that have touched each of our lives here in Hawaii, and yet for those outside of our state, perhaps one of the greatest accomplishments was to help define for the world what aloha really is. Courage, leadership, vision, humility, aloha. Those are the things I think most about when I think about our friend, Daniel K. Inouye, our senator. Those are the lessons I hope will guide us and our children and our grandchildren and for many generations to come. Thank you, Senator, for showing us the way. Now it is time for us to take that torch that you have lifted, Senator, and continue to forge ahead with courage, leadership, vision, humility, and most importantly, aloha. I would like to have all of you join me at this time as we bid a fond farewell to our dear Senator. And we're going to sing with our hearts and souls, because I know he would love this, in Aloha O'e. And we're going to bid him farewell with a Kauai aloha, because he is a man, a giant man, that we look forward to following in his footsteps. Aheo kauai na pali, keni aelai kane, e Hawaii anawai kamiku, hua. Lord.